Hello all, good day. It is Tease. I hope all is well. And now I just want to say, and just to mention the Purple Rain. You've heard it a few times. I've heard it a few times, and we think we know, or we know that we know. Like Purple Rain, like okay, well that's just purple raindrops, or that's a Prince song, or and the purple lamps. It's just you hear a lot about this purple stuff. So pretty much that Purple Rain is the purple rain as far as the taking over. Like I am ruling over this section, or I'm taking over in so many words. So, in so many words, quote unquote, Satan and his children are setting up shop to pretty much closing everyone in to set up shop to sit their smoky asses on the throne. You know, in so many words. And I'll just start with the top three demons. I mean, there's many more, but I'll start with the top three because they're the ones they're actively working, and if you open your eyes, you can see them. So the first one is Queen Elizabeth. Now, mind you, she's 200 to 300 years old, 200 to 300 centuries of age. And now I don't know if you noticed the trend, or if you remember the trend, maybe from last year or so, give or take, of it was a phase of the quote unquote the elderly celebrities dropping dead. So I guess if you're 80 or 90 plus, hey, you may die this week. And that's what happened. 3 or 4 elderly celebrities conveniently died, perhaps due to COVID, or whatever the case may be. But for somehow Queen Elizabeth is still alive and kicking, and you're having celebrations and birthday parties and COVID, and you're still alive and kicking, and with your help, you keep her alive. But I'll get to that later. And then we'll get to demon number 2, Bill Gates of hell. So you've got him. So he's gonna tamper with your pretty much with your insides. So he's gonna tamper with your food and your health. That's the guy with the work with the Fauci, the shit that Fauci was trying to be on. That's it. He gets it through him. So Bill Gates is the one that they want to have people shooting up and shit. And so he wants you to shoot up and pretty much eat his food, or eat his produce, or eat whatever you're going to need. If you want to eat, you're going to have to get it from him. Okay, and then you got demon number 3, Elon Musk, whoever this guy is. And another thing too, with these 3 demons, they're not human, so they're demons for a reason. Okay, so Elon Musk, and so his job is to pretty much tamper with the mind, or tamper with your brains. So he's into the technology. Technology is for the mental. So that's to keep you distracted, to keep you conditioned, to keep you programmed. So that means, I'm here to tamper with your mind. So and that's exactly what he's going to do. If you want to be a part of the new world, or the party, then you need to get on with the metaverse. Okay, so and then back to Queen Elizabeth being able to hold on all this time. It's you. And the only reason why I say that, okay, sever the purple rain, or stop these demons that are actually working right here in front of you, is because it's you that give them the supplies that are needed to stay alive. It's your blood, or your children's blood, that's used for them to swim in and drink and swap, or whatever the case may be. Whatever they have to do to stay alive, it's you. It's your supply that's doing it. So for some reason we've been conditioned to think, I can't make a difference, or I can't say anything, and actually you can. Because another thing too, we forget, yay, they may have quote unquote power that we give them, and money that we give them, but it's like a 2 to 1 million thing. It's like literally, it's only 1 or 2 of these. As far as the number ratio, it's a small amount of the quote unquote top dogs, or the 1%ers. That's literally 1 out of endless numbers. So it's kind of like the elephant that's afraid of the peanut. It's like you can just crush it and go, but been so programmed. The mind is very powerful. Okay, so you can help sever this again by not participating, because again, they can't accomplish the goal of taking over, or to fully ruling the world. As far as the evil reign, whether it's on the menu or not, they still can't quite do it without your participation. Like I can't play in your brains without having your brains on the table. Or, you know what I mean? And I can't, you have to make yourself available. Because even if it's something, I was kidnapped or tricked or hit across the head, whatever the case may be. It's they have to go shopping in the section of you. So it's like, you know, some people do fall prey, and sometimes it's easy to fall prey, but again, it's through your resources and your parts as to why they're still going as strong now. And the reason why I didn't mention Biden as a demon, which he's more of a minion demon. Like he has to be, you know, he has someone to answer to. He's not necessarily a top dog, because the top dogs, like I say, the one that you see now, those are the ones that actually calls the shots. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, Bill Gates of hell is nobody's doctor. I don't even think he probably didn't even go to college, but see how he has a say in who does what and who injects who, you know. So it's kind of that. If you look at that, that's pretty interesting how you have that much power. I mean, and perhaps money that does talk, you know. But then again, though, that's where the metaverse or the electric world will come in, because it's, oh yeah, I may have money, but how can you flash the money if it's a quote unquote recession, or, you know, stocks are low, or, you know, if it's something where the money is, and cash, you know, if that's flying out the window, then it's like, is your money even, is it even useless? Or even, you know what I mean, can you use this, can you utilize the damn money that you know, and really that'll be no, that's why it has to transfer to the quote unquote metaverse, and that's how you can get, oh, and like I said, I don't understand how this stuff will work too, but you can get like real estate and other things through the metaverse, and that's going through the mind, and which is kind of crazy too, because that's another thing too. These demons would do anything to hold on for their life, and that's back to the whole Queen Elizabeth thing. How she stays alive, she does whatever it takes, drinking blood, sacrificing, and brain juice, or whatever it is. And it's like, to the point where these people, like your 1%ers, is like they want to live on, even if they have to live on through a record player that never stops spinning. It's kind of like they just, I guess they're resilient when it comes down to living. Maybe we don't know how to live, you know. I don't even want to say we, because I mean, I know how to live, because I like to do what's comfortable, not, you know, and not what I'm told to do. I don't want to, you know, life is supposed to be lived and enjoyed, not stressed out. You shouldn't reject it, or, you know, you shouldn't have to feel heavy in the world, you know. And that's really by design, because like I said, if we actually operate under this purple rain, you won't last anyway. So it's best to just cut the cords now. You really won't last, because if you can see, like I mentioned, they're trying to corner you in. So if they corner you in through these economics, and through your food, and through your babies, and through physically too, like, then it's gonna get to the point where you're just gonna become, I gotta play in your brains, and, you know, keep putting stuff in your system, and it's just like, wow, before you know it, now you're literally, well, I mean, I guess you've always been experiments, but literally like well, I guess me, I mean, property too, I've always been, I don't know, it's just kind of, maybe it's just like a full circle thing. It's a cycle that keeps happening, because, or maybe the new, and it's not even new, the patents aren't new. It's kind of like it's a new business entity, I guess. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. But I mean, like I said, as I mentioned, like, we've always been guinea pigs, and, you know, but wow, and property, at least now they're just, oh, and then bringing the robots, and it's just kind of, I don't know, it's so much craziness, and it's like, you don't really have to take it, you know. Maybe we just, I don't know. And like I said, it's a lot. It's so much to process. So I try to get it out in one breath without babbling, and I'm like, then there's something else. I'm like, well, what about this part? I'm thinking the best thing to do is to literally pull the plugs. It have to be something where you have Bambi legs for a week, then so be it, because you really don't want to be at the disposal of anyone. Like, I don't care if it's something where you're just so desperate. Oh, okay, it was so cold, I had to break a window just to get into the part where it was a little bit of flame, whatever it is, and it just won't be worth it if you have to go about it in a way where it's controlled, you know. If it's something where it's a do this or else basis, or everything's limited, or everything's controlled, or people are fighting over apples, you do not want to be in the vicinity of that. If you know, like I said, if you know you don't want to get trampled over toilet paper, you know you don't want to get killed over apples, or get your tank ripped out to get your gas, then it's like you may not want to participate in certain activities and certain hypes and vibes. That's, because there's certain times and places for this stuff too. There's certain times and places where people will go crazy. With it'll say, hey, there's no more gas, and certain times and places where these are the last 2-3 items on the shelf. And like I say, you have to beat the crowd. You don't want to be in the midst of chaos amongst a bunch of chaotic people that's already, they're a part of that program, and you might want to beat them to the chase. Yeah, so I mean, like I said, it is a lot to process, and I try to get it out all straightforward without babbling. But new information still kind of comes in too. Like I said, there's still so much more to learn and so much more to know, but you start off now as to what's really going on and how we're literally being cornered. Because like I say, it's already, the food is already pretty much controlled, because it's between now and soon. It's going to be like, okay, hey, I'm almost complete, as far as the controlling the food part. Yeah, because like I say, there's been a lot of facilities and a lot of farms and a lot of animals that have just been cut off. So however way you want to slice it, okay, this won't be in business for a while or no more. So it's like, okay, so then it's like, well, what's keeping that motor running? And it's either nothing or Bill Gates of hell. So if you don't want neither one of those two, you may want to get on your own accord. And then it's a lot more realer than it sounds too. And you think, well, it shouldn't be too bad, or they wouldn't starve us. You may want to think again. If you think they won't starve you, look at that newborn, because they're starting with the newborns. It's easier to kill a newborn. It may take you about a week, but yeah, you can trust me. You just open your eyes and see. And then they tell you, oh, okay, well, I'm going to tamper with the baby formula, but then you can't don't make your own baby food. So that's a clear sign I want you to starve. But like I said, if we don't start reading the signs and believing what the hell we just seen and heard, and just stop falling for the distractions. The distractions are there for a reason. Like I said, and you would think we wouldn't have time. You would think at a world such as panic, and they'll say, oh, everybody go crazy. And that's another thing too. How I mentioned there's a time and place for that. That panic button, the actual panic button, haven't really been hit yet. And if it has, it's only in certain places. So, but it's the real, like the 9/11, the panic button. Like, oh, this is it, guys, or Armageddon. That button has not been pushed yet. So if I'm thinking like, go with it, do what you can now, before the real chaos kicks in. Because like I say, people still have time to talk about things that aren't important. And if I feel like you still have time to talk about things that aren't important and still have time to get on the internet, then it's not exactly crunch time yet. So, with that being said, again, collectively, we can sever the purple rain or combat Satan. Because like I say, at the end of the day, it takes our participation. It takes our parts to even give light or attention, or to even give the opportunity to to Satan worshippers, or Satan himself, him or herself, actually. Not Satan is not just a man. Oh, Satan is a bitch too. I'm sorry, I had to say that. For some reason, I don't know why the profanity kicked in, or previously. Yeah, but I feel like I got most of it out, or at least the main things as far as them cornering it. And as I mentioned too, there's many more demons in the high places and low places that are actually participating in this sick game. But those top 3 are the ones that you actually see: Queen Elizabeth, Elon Musk, and Bill Gates of hell. You watch out for those. Those are the top 3, because they're the whisperers to Biden and Fuji and more. But yeah, just keep an eye on what they're doing. And if they're sniffing around in that area to see what they're up to, if they're sniffing around in the food or the social media department, yeah, what are you up to, Satan? Okay. Yeah, but just keep that in mind. Just steer away from anything that appears to be the hype, or that's on the menu. Steer away from it, because it will be manipulated and used against you later.